Hello all and welcome to this broadcast of the Alert Network. Activist Victor is here today. Right now we have a moderate risk of severe weather out for the Oklahoma area, some of Kansas, Missouri, a little bit of Missouri and Texas. There's also an extensive slight risk area with a secondary slight risk area out for today. Nothing seems to have formed really yet. Well, there is an MCS, mesoscale convective system, that's up in this area. It's causing a few severe weather events and a lot of flash flooding because the thunderstorms have been going over the same areas over and over again. It's a phenomenon known as training. It can be quite destructive, to be quite honest. Very bad flooding events have happened. I think that's what caused the great St. Thompson Canyon flood in Colorado. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but hopefully you know what I'm referring to. It's training of storms that just kept forming and didn't really go anywhere. At least the boundary didn't. They don't have flooding out for the risk, but they do have this tornado probs. Red is 15%. The black hashed area indicates a 10% or greater chance, I think, yes, of E2 to EF5 tornadoes within 25 miles of the point. Yellow is 10%. This brownish color is 5, and then this is 2. So that's like within 25 miles of point. Wind, they don't have any significant wind events issued, but they do have a 30% risk area for this. Then there's a small 15%, more extensive 15%, and then just a little bit more tenuous 5%. Then hail. Hail's pretty messed up. They got a 45% chance in this like lavender pink area. They got the hatched area, which means that significant hail, I think it's 2-inch in diameter or greater, as opposed to the 1-inch for just basic severe hail. 30% chance in the red area. 15 is yellow and 5 is brown. So that being said, tomorrow's pretty nice looking. Probabilistic. Well, we got a moderate risk area in this narrow corridor. I'm thinking it's going to be a cold front. I hope it materializes because I might actually get hit by this for once. It would be a very nice compensation for the letdown that happened, I think, last week, where the storms formed south of me and never moved north except as weak thunderstorms. Really disappointing. Just really disappointing. Probabilistic, they got a 45% risk out, and they have an extensive hatched area, which means that there's a 10% or greater probability of significant severe. Then they have the red 30%, yellow 15%, and brown 5%. As of now, I don't know what exactly this is referring to because they don't specify what risk is which on the day 2 forecast. Day 3, there is a slight minimal risk, but nothing to be of note. 5%. That's not even enough to get its own category. And I checked the day 4 and day 5 and all that stuff extensively. The potential's too low for them to issue an area. They rarely do anyways. So what's going on? Well, currently, there's an MCS that's going up here, as I mentioned earlier. There's a severe thunderstorm watch out for said MCS, for obvious reasons. We have a tornado watch out in this red area. There's another blue area for severe thunderstorm watch. Then they have, I'm thinking, really what's going to happen hasn't happened yet. Then they have like the brown area for just generic thunderstorms. So the green outlines slight and red is moderate. Nothing's happening yet, and it might just stay that way, but I'm guessing what's more likely to happen is at some point a boundary is going to be eroded, or there's going to be some sort of uplifting that's going to break a boundary, and you're going to have a line of tornadic thunderstorms that are going to develop somewhere in this area and start sweeping this way. They might go like up this, and the boundary might just push slowly to this direction. So that's what I'm guessing is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen here. Maybe this is some sort of MCS that's trying to develop. Very weird way for an MCS to go. Usually they don't go to the west. But I think there's been cases where they have, so I can't say they never do. Here's the enhanced mosaic. Couple severe storms here. Really nothing of note. This is definitely not all that's going to happen in this area if their predictions are right. This is the same severe storm cluster. We have trailing bows from the MCS. I don't even think those are severe warned, actually. And then we can't move to the left, right. Shoot, okay. Yeah. I think there might be some severe thunderstorm warnings out for this. Yeah, there's one up there. There's a lot of flash flood warnings out for this area. Those are the green boxes, which I'll get the radar off just briefly to show you. And there's a yellow severe thunderstorm warning. I think this might be just a boundary line severe thunderstorm warning unless things change. This MCS seems to be weakening, although it is well-defined. Well-defined. We definitely have a very large stratiform rain shield. Then we have a couple thunderstorms down here. I don't know what that's doing. And then we have this. I think there was a severe thunderstorm. No, yeah, there's one down there. I don't really know what this is supposed to be. These are moving very slowly. I'd say these are dangerous of danger of flash flooding too. Here's the radar loop. So what it might be trying to develop a new bow. I can't really tell. I think this one's going to disintegrate and it's going to be a new one. Why did it stop the loop? And I don't really know what this is trying to do, to be quite honest with you. It might be trying to make a new bow, but if it doesn't, that's actually going to weaken the storm system overall. I would look out for that area, actually. There's a notable bow right there. A tornado warning could spawn off that. They usually do. If you have like these line echo wave patterns where you have like this curvy shape on the back, or on the part where it curves back to the front, that's like a supercell's mesocyclone typically. You can get supercell rotations to develop in those areas, and they can spawn tornadoes that are brief and typically weak, but moving quite quickly, and as such very dangerous. Tornadoes as a whole are dangerous anyways. We also have, well, then I don't know, if we get any bow echoes, this might become severe. I really don't know. This doesn't look too intense at the moment. I don't know what this is doing. I don't know all of what's going on, but I do know that there are a few severe thunderstorm watches. That thing was, or no, flash flood watches that was affecting Iowa earlier. No, flash flood warnings, not watches. Duh. They don't have flat. Well, yeah, they do it. What am I saying? This might actually cause some training of storms. I am going to zoom out because this is getting really annoying that I can't even see the whole screen. Someone wants someone to shut up, apparently. So, yeah. You can't even see this. What is with this brightness? In any case, nothing too bad yet, but... And it could be a bust. That has happened before. Sometimes they've even had high risks of severe weather that haven't done a whole lot. But, I mean, typically that's not the case, and I would definitely look out for this area. Outbreaks of severe weather can arise very suddenly and without warning if you have no idea what's going on. And even if you do, it's not hard to really say, well, gee, it's going to start right now and at this location. And they can intensify rapidly, too. And then this I would definitely keep an eye on. If they have enough confidence to issue a moderate risk a day in advance, that's not very common. It's happened, but it's not very common. And I wouldn't be 100% surprised if part of this wasn't upgraded to high risk at some point. And that's a real serious situation. High risks are not common events at all. Moderate risks are uncommon. Slight, moderately common. And the green's just generic thunderstorm. So, yeah, I think that about does it. Stay safe and stay on top of things.